Welcome to the Hillsborian Historian. My name is Rex, and today we're going to take a look at some footage from 1968 Busch Gardens, located in Tampa. Here's that cool, I guess he's fiberglass Clydesdale next to the sign welcoming you to Busch Gardens. This is a map of what the place looked like back then. You'll notice there's no big, huge roller coasters, but for a clearer view, take a look at this. All right, so there's no roller coasters, but there is a monorail, and it is going to take us around the wild animal kingdom, representing the African veldt. Now, this area was completed in 1965 and had all kinds of animals like cheetahs, elephants, gorillas, lions, and rhinos. The habitat had almost 500 animals. For its time, in my opinion, this is very modern. These are not animals penned into a small space. The environment is representing what it would have been in Africa. So I think this is fairly modern for the era. Look at these zebras, they're cool. So at this point, apparently the monorail was called the Sky Rail. Look at that bird. What's his problem? Seeing the animal is still one of my favorite things about Busch Gardens. And notice that you can see the cars passing in the background. That's pretty wild, isn't it? That wouldn't happen today. They're pretty good at blocking out the exterior streets. Remember, by the late 60s, everybody knows Walt Disney World is coming to Florida. So some of these areas, some of these amusement parks try to expand and modernize. Now we're going to go to an area, I've heard it's called Toadstool Village. I know it's also called Dwarf Village, but basically it's kind of like a storybook land. I'm not sure which one of these characters is which, but maybe you can figure it out. All right, this side, it tells us it's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Red Riding Hood, Rip Van Winkle, and Fox and the Grape. Fox and the Grape wasn't the most exciting story, but I don't know, somehow he made the cut. He's in there. Look at these birds, they're so cool looking. And that, you know, what's his problem? What's he looking at? But he's a cool looking bird, isn't he? And as you look around, obviously, you're going to see a lot of nature. This is not necessarily what you would see today. So much of these areas are converted to buildings and rides. Like, we cement over a lot of this over time, but that's the nature of these parks, or gardens, I guess, right? Today, Busch Gardens, huge amusement park, if you're a roller coaster fan. You got more dwarfs running around here. Here we go. There's some flamingos. So they were very, I guess, well known for the flamingos at the time. And we have a sign saying, hey, stay on the sidewalk. This big sign tells us that in April 1961, first of several flamingo eggs were laid. It's a 30½ day incubation period. That they eat shrimp and carrots, which is believed to maintain their color. So clearly they're proud of the fact that they're able to maintain a population of these flamingos. This is a big deal. And I think it shows that there were at least, like, again, they're trying to take care of these animals to the best of their knowledge, I suppose. Even today, Busch Gardens is known for taking care of the animals, trying to preserve all these species. Here's more birds. In the 60s, a lot of these places you would go in Florida, birds, right? You see a lot of birds. You would see a lot of animals. You see a lot of nature, and that's what it was. You can still see a lot of this at Busch Gardens, along with all of the other entertainment that is there. So Busch Gardens is a pretty impressive place today as well. So we got more birds and cool stuff like that. Here we got some fish. How's that for a change up? So this is, I can't read that. I got horrible vision, but I know that's blurry. All right, so in the front, that's the hospitality house with that weird design, and in the back is the brewery. So the hospitality house, as well as, if you recall, the old inverted pyramid St. Petersburg Pier, they were both designed by the same guy, William Harvard Sr. This to the right, that's just the edge of the hospitality house. We got swans and this big letter A, that's the bird show. If you want to see the complete bird show, I pretty much have it in the Busch Gardens 1966 video I did, if you want to look for that. So we got flamingos, more flamingos. You can never have too many flamingos. That's what I tell everybody. They're flapping around all over the place. All right, here we have monkeys, right? Look at them. They're always cool. They're smart animals. They're always doing something smart. Look at this. They're climbing around. They're like looking for food, probably. They're like, where's the food? But yeah, you can see they're very agile, very cool animals. So cool to see the little baby. All right. That's enough of the monkey stuff. It is time to take one last ride. Sky rail around the wild animal kingdom. Look at these animals. I think that's a rhinoceros. Depending on which way the sun is, the film seems to get dark, I think. There's a zebra. That's an elephant there, right? A couple of elephants walking around. And again, look, these are pretty good conditions for the 60s. These are actually pretty awesome. This guy, what's he doing? All right, this is the Old Swiss House, considered to be one of the greatest restaurants in Tampa back then. Amazing building, right? Looks like we're done. So thank you for watching. Please share this if you enjoyed it. And as always, you guys take care out there.